Are you tired of using multiple tools for your business growth? What if there was just one simple solution to keep everything in one place? Well, that's exactly what I want to cover in this video. I want to show you a couple of the dashboards that we created for our growth agency Nutsballs that helps tech companies grow. We created a bunch of different dashboards that helped countless of our clients go through our 90 days of growth program. If you are looking for a very powerful way to help you grow your business, then this is the video for you. So just sit back, relax, watch the video and see how we turn all these dashboards into very valuable assets for our client and how you can do the exact same thing. The first dashboard is our growth dashboard, and our growth dashboard makes it really easy for you to brainstorm, prioritize, plan and execute all your growth experiments. The first step in this dashboard is about brainstorming, and brainstorming is very important to do it in the right way. And the growth dashboard, you just start with a blank page, so there will nothing will be in there, but you will probably have access to a bunch of growth tactics that you know, or you're sitting down with your team and you're like, hey, what can we do the next quarter or the next month or the next week or the next year to help our business thrive? And in the growth dashboard, you just write down all the ideas that you get, whether they're big, small, whether they take years or months or days or hours to execute. Just put everything in there that comes on the table. Nothing is too much. Just put it in the growth dashboard. After you put down all your growth experiments in this dashboard, you will start ranking them. The 3 metrics that we found out are the most important metrics, at least related to our clients and our experiences that we had, are the following 3 metrics. It's about how easy is the growth tactic to implement, how big is the potential ROI from the growth experiment, and how big is the expected impact from the growth experiment. All these different metrics get a number from 1 to 5. And if you fill in these numbers, you will see that these growth experiments will start ranking on the biggest score. So if you fill in a number from 1 to 5 for every single metric, it will just start ranking the total score on the top 3, top 5, top 10, top 20, whatever amount of experiments you're gonna need. But it will start ranking them on how big of an impact these growth experiments are gonna have, how achievable they are, and how cost effective they are. This will allow you to focus on the growth experiments that are probably having the biggest impact on your business, that are still achievable, and that are the most cost effective. And after prioritizing all your experiments, it's time to execute them. But you want to prepare your growth experiments. So if you click on every growth experiment, there will appear a section that will allow you to fill in all the needed information that everyone in the team needs to work on this experiment. This will include the problem statement, it will include the proposed work, it will include the metrics that we're gonna measure, because you do want certain metrics that you're gonna measure before you say whether a growth experiment is a success or not a success. You need to know the lifetime value of your client, following with a plan of execution. So what steps do we need to do to make sure to execute this experiment in the correct way? It will include a financial and time investment, the accountabilities, so who is gonna do what exactly within the team, and as last but not least, one of the most important things, the success criteria. This is related to the selected metrics, and this will exactly say when is this experiment gonna be a success, or when is this experiment gonna be a learning. And the last part is probably the most important part, because that's something that we see with most of our clients, that they just keep trying things and they keep trying, and that's not a bad thing at all. But you gotta measure what you try. If you don't measure what you try, how are you ever gonna say to maybe investors, or if you do want to scale your business and you want to get investors on board, or just with growing your business overall? If you don't measure what you do, and if you don't measure what comes out of a certain growth experiment, you never know what channels you want to scale. And this is the perfect way to predictable revenue. And I think that that's the thing that we are the most obsessed with, You do want predictable revenue as a business. This is why I think that the growth dashboard is such a valuable weapon within your business for your marketing department, but even for other teams. It can be used basically for every type of team. We often use it for marketing teams from our clients within the 90 days of growth, and it helps you so incredibly much, and it gives you such a clear overview on what is exactly going on, who needs to do what does our progress look like. It's a very, very valuable asset to have within your business. The next dashboard is our data dashboard, and the data dashboard will allow you to give you a data-driven approach to the growth of your business. If you do have investors on board, investors love these type of data because you can give a forecast of what's going to happen, but it also shows that you really have a solid growth strategy for your business. So the data dashboard basically gives you a real-time view of the marketing efforts you're currently doing. It helps you to track the performance, and it really helps you to make informed decisions backed by data. This way, you can not only give like a sort of forecast for your revenue, but you can also control your growth because you know what's gonna happen if you put an X amount of money into a certain marketing channel, and you know that if you're gonna double down or if you're gonna scale down, what's gonna happen. It's such a superpower for a business if you can control your business growth. Because often we sometimes make the mistake as a growth agency that we came up with new channels, and the more growth, the better. The more new clients, the better. But sometimes you're not ready for that stage yet. And that's something that we learned. You do want to control your growth. You don't want to grow too fast because you do need the resources, you do need the assets, you do need the people to sustain this growth. So controlling your growth is a very important part of your business.